When we think about the biggest names in tech, a few usual suspects probably pop into your head. But what if I told you one of the most powerful, most essential companies out there is one you've probably never even thought about? Well, today we're pulling back the curtain on Broadcom. I want to start with just a number: $63.9 billion. Just take a second and look at that. Any guesses what that might be? And get this, that's not the GDP of a small country. Nope, that's the revenue Broadcom pulled in just a single year. It's an absolutely mind-boggling number for a company that doesn't really sell you a phone or a social media app. Which, of course, brings us to the big question, right? How on earth does a company get to be that massive? It's a really fascinating story of some very aggressive, very calculated growth. Well, the answer really boils down to three words: growth by acquisition. See, Broadcom's playbook isn't about inventing everything from the ground up, which can be super risky. Their real genius is in finding and buying companies that are already leaders in their field, and then just folding them into the empire. And this visual, it tells the whole story perfectly. Broadcom's growth isn't some nice, gentle, upward slope. No, it's a series of giant leaps. And each one of those jumps, that's a huge acquisition, where they basically just absorb another massive company's revenue stream. Let's look at a couple of the really big moves. Back in 2016, a company called Avago actually bought the original Broadcom and just took its more famous name. That was kind of the starting gun. Then they went hard into software, buying CA Technologies, a giant in mainframe software, and then grabbing Semantic security business. Every single purchase added another critical piece to the puzzle. Okay, so that's the strategy. But where has it actually gotten them? Let's take a look at how it's all paying off right now, because they are having a truly record-breaking year. You don't have to take my word for it. This is a quote from the CEO, Hock Tan, and he points out two really key things here: record revenue and the explosive growth in AI semiconductor revenue. That tells you exactly where the fire is coming from. This table really shows you the sheer financial power of their whole model. Forget the huge revenue number for a second. I look at the other figures. Adjusted EBITDA, which is basically a measure of core profitability, is up 35%. And free cash flow, that's the actual cash they have left over after paying all the bills, that's up a staggering 39%. This isn't just a company that's growing. It's an incredibly efficient cash-generating machine. So the big question is, what's lighting the fuse here? What's the catalyst that's taking this already giant company and making it grow even faster? Well, it all comes down to AI. Broadcom has its fingers in a lot of pies, but its hyper-growth right now is plugged directly into the AI revolution. They make the fundamental picks and shovels that the entire AI gold rush depends on. Just look at this acceleration. A 74% year-over-year increase in AI revenue in just one quarter? That's already pretty wild. But they're forecasting that it's going to double in the next quarter. That's not just growth. That is exponential, off-the-charts demand for their stuff. So what exactly is this stuff they're selling? Well, it's the high-performance guts of the AI revolution. We're talking custom chips designed specifically to run AI models faster, and super-fast switches that can link thousands of servers together to act like one giant brain. And then you've got the really deep tech. Components that let data fly between machines at, literally, the speed of light. Whenever you hear about some massive new AI model or a new data center being built, this is what it looks like on the inside. It's just rows and rows of servers. And those servers are absolutely jam-packed with the kind of networking and processing tech that Broadcom makes. They are the bedrock. But here's the thing. While AI is grabbing all the headlines, it is so crucial to understand that it's not the whole story. The company's really built on two massive complementary pillars. This chart breaks it down perfectly. So yes, 58% is semiconductor solutions. That's all the hardware, the chips, the AI engine we were just talking about. But look at that other slice. A huge 42% is infrastructure software. That's the legacy of those big buys like CA and Symantec. It's mission-critical software that big corporations rely on. Probably the best way to think about it is like this. Broadcom provides the plumbing and the electrical grid for our entire digital world. You almost never see it, but absolutely nothing works without it. And this is what makes their scale so incredible. The very same company that's designing these insanely complex chips for global data centers, the ones carrying oceans of internet traffic, they're also designing the tiny, efficient little Wi-Fi chip that's sitting inside the router in your living room. They operate at every single level. And their reach goes way beyond just the internet. I mean, take a look at a modern factory. The super sophisticated chips that control those robotic arms on an assembly line? Good chance that's Broadcom. Or think about your car. The driver assistance systems, the dashboard, the network that ties all the electronics together. It's all increasingly powered by their technology. They are quietly building the future of automation. So this all brings us back to where we started. This company's entire strategy has been to go out and buy the best of the best. After becoming a nearly $64 billion behemoth that powers everything from AI to your car, you just have to wonder, what could possibly be next? What's left to acquire?